And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at Switzerland's ban of the burqa and niqab in public spaces, along with another story that's just come out from Sri Lanka that's tied very closely to this. Now, this is the article in the Metro from the Switzerland bans the burqa and niqab. It says, in the photograph, protesters hit the streets in the Swiss capital of Bern after 51% of voters backed a far-right proposal to outlaw the burqa and niqab in public spaces. Now, I'd like to say this at this point. Does anyone believe that Switzerland are 51% far-right? Anyone? It's just a thought. They also said the Muslim veils are worn by just a handful of women in the country, but just over 51% of Swiss voters backed a far-right proposal, a far-right proposal to outlaw them in shops, restaurants and on the street. So they started this. No, I'm sorry Switzerland, I'm only joking. So they've actually brought in a burqa and a niqab ban. On top of that, a new story has just come in, and this is in regards to Sri Lanka. They're actually banning the burqa, but they're going one further. They're shutting many Islamic schools as well. Now this is an article in Reuters, I'll read it out for you. Colombo. Sri Lanka will ban the wearing of the burqa and shut more than 1,000 Islamic schools, a government minister said on Saturday. The latest actions affecting the country's minority Muslim population. Ministers for Public Security, Serath, told a news conference I'd rather sweep over the name than get it wrong, to be honest. Told a news conference he had signed a paper on Friday for cabinet approval to ban the full face covering worn by some Muslim women on national security grounds. In our early days, Muslim women and girls never wore the burqa, he said. It is a sign of religious extremism that came about recently. We are definitely going to ban it. Wearing the burqa in the majority Buddhist nation was temporarily banned in 2019 after the bombing of churches and hotels by Islamic militants that killed more than 250. Later that year, Gotabaya, best known for crushing a decades-long insurgency in the north of the country as defense secretary, was elected president after promising a crackdown on extremism. He was accused of widespread rights abuses during the war, which he denies, and he also said that the government plans to ban more than 1,000 madrasa Islamic schools that he said were flouting national education policy. He said nobody can open a school and teach whatever you want to the children. The government's moves on burqas and schools follows an order last year mandating the cremation of Lurgi victims against the wishes of Muslims who bury their dead. This ban was lifted earlier this year after criticism from the United States and international rights groups. So there you have it. It looks like Sri Lanka are going to ban the burqa as well as Switzerland have banned it. Interesting that they see it as a sign of religious extremism. I'd like to know your opinion on that one, to be honest. Do you see it as a sign of religious extremism? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out everyone. Stay sane, I'll see you on the next one.